of the Moroccan occupier. Now, hundreds of people demonstrated in Tenerife in the Canary Islands to once again express their support for the struggle of the Sahrawi people and demand an end to Morocco's illegal exploitation of Western Sahara's natural resources. The demonstrators waved Western Saharan flags and banners on which multinational companies which are illegally carrying out their activities in the occupied territories were to their projects. This week, the president of the Spanish Federation for Institutions in Solidarity with Western Sahara, Mr. Camilo Ramirez, sounded the alarm about the illegal of these resources in the occupied territories. Now to the Middle East file, as the UN warned against the continued worsening of the humanitarian situation in the Gaza Strip, the Israeli army pursued its airstrikes against the territory, killing and wounding scores of Palestinians. Palestinian sources said at least 49 people were killed and 69 others were wounded in the raids that targeted mainly the central and southern parts of the enclave, including Rafah and Khan Yunis. In this respect, the disastrous humanitarian situation was denounced by 13 non-governmental organizations, including the 115 planned humanitarian Israeli army took control of the crossing point of Rafah in Egypt last night. In this respect, the Deputy Humanitarian Coordinator Scott Anderson has, during a visit to the Nasser Hospital in Khan Yunis, depicted horrifying pictures he described as the most terrifying since the war was lost in Gaza.
I've been in Gaza for 9 months, and I witnessed some of the most horrific scenes I've seen in the 9 months that I've been here. The health facility was overstretched. There were more than 100 people injured. The air was filled with the smell of blood, and one health worker was mopping up pools of blood on the floor using only water because there aren't sufficient supplies of disinfectant material or other cleaning supplies to stop the spread of infection. There's not enough beds, hygiene supplies, sheeting, mattresses, or scrubs, and many patients were treated on the ground or on waiting room benches without disinfectant. And this puts even treatable injuries at risk of sepsis and much more significant complications. Our ventilator systems were not working due to electrical problems. And as I walked through the hospital and talked to families and children, we saw toddlers who were double amputees, children paralyzed, able to receive treatment because they don't have treatment at the hospital, others who were separated from their parents.
Representative of the State of Palestine affirmed that famine had become